Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Jackson Armant here, coming at you guys with another video. Now, I know it seems like I always say this, but I haven't done a video in a really long time. But I'm very excited because about 2 months ago, a new shop opened up around 35 minutes away from me. So, a large portion, I think maybe like 3/4 of the books you're going to see in this haul are from that shop. And I got a lot of Moon Knight stuff and a lot of X-Men. And about a few months ago, I made it my goal to go out and get some more X-Men books. So that's a lot of what you're going to see. But the first book, well, the first portion of these books were all $1 each. And the first book I picked up for $1 was Marvel Premiere number 15, first appearance of the Iron Fist. Unfortunately, as you can see, the book isn't in the best shape, but it was only $1 and it wouldn't feel right just leaving it there for only $1. It just wouldn't sit well. So yeah, even though it's a beater, it'll do for now. One day I'll have to upgrade it because this is a book that has been on my radar and a book that always somehow slips in between my fingers, whether the seller cancels the order or whatever. This book is just hard for me to find for some reason. Oh, before we continue with the $1 books, Batman Rebirth number 1. Read it, pretty good issue. Looks like a strong start for the series. Um, this was actually the only Rebirth book that I could get in my shop because all the other ones were sold out. But I think that's a good thing because one, Rebirth is doing good, and second of all, that means my shop is getting some business too, so that's good. But yeah, this was actually the owner's personal copy that he let go for me. I think this is the variant issue too, if I'm not mistaken. Um, okay, so with the $1 books, Daredevil 270, first appearance of Blackheart. Also for $1, Green Lantern 25, first appearance of the Indigo Lanterns, Blue Lanterns, Red Lanterns, Orange Lantern, and I think that's all as far as the lanterns go, but it's also the first appearance of Monk 1 and Atrocitus, Saint Walker, and some say the first appearance of Larfleeze. I love all those characters, especially if you read the Jeff Johns Green Lantern. You'll appreciate the characters more, but they're all really cool characters. And uh, this book, I think, is starting to rise a little bit. So I have the variant, and this is either my third or second regular cover copy. But yeah, that's always a book that I think is just great to get, just because I think one day it'll be worth a lot more than it is now. Ultimate Spider-Man number 80, first appearance of the Ultimate Moon Knight. X-Men number 150, just a beautiful Magneto vs. Cyclops cover. Uncanny X-Men 134, first appearance of Dark Phoenix. This was also $1. Again, a beater, but it wouldn't feel right just leaving it there for $1, so that's why I picked it up. And I hope this new lighting works out. I found a place where the lighting is just right, so hopefully you guys notice a change. I'm sorry if I sound quiet too. My parents are actually asleep right now because it feels like that's the only time I have to make videos. So yeah, sorry if it seems like I'm talking quiet, but this was the only book that wasn't $1. Uncanny X-Men 123, and also picked up for $1 X-Men number 4, first appearance of Omega Red. X-Men number 1, beautiful cover featuring Magneto. This is the series with Jim Lee, and this series was one of the few bright spots of the 90s. And yeah, this image is just so associated with Magneto. Whenever you think of Magneto, you probably picture this image in your head. I also got X Factor number 25, cool Apocalypse cover, and X Factor Annual 3, another cool Apocalypse cover. And I also got X Factor 24, first appearance of Archangel, and I didn't get 1, and I didn't get 2, but I got 3 copies of that. This book has decreased in price. I think it was $20 around the movie, and now it's just a $10 book again. So it shows what a movie can do to a book, after it comes out. Here's X Factor 19, the first appearance of, I think, the Horseman. Star Wars number 98, really cool Bill Sienkiewicz. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but Bill Sienkiewicz cover. Love his work, and you'll see some of that later on in the video. And lastly, Legends 3, This is the first appearance of the modern Suicide Squad. It's actually quite surprising this book doesn't go for more considering all the hype around Suicide Squad. But yeah, this is my second copy, and this book only goes for around $19, and I think you can get a 9.8 CGC for like 120, which isn't bad at all. Okay, we're gonna take a break from the books that I got from the shop. Sorry for stuttering right there. I'm really tired. But Moon Knight #1. This is it doesn't show, but it's at 9.6. I used my eBay bucks, and I think I only had to pay $15 out of pocket. And this is the Moon Knight's first solo series. It's the first appearance of Bushman. I think the first appearance of Khonshu, so it's a very significant book. And I just had to go upgrade from my previous copy. Now I'm going to go through some Moon Knight books. I'm going to try to complete a run of that first series. So there's Moon Knight 1, 2, here's 3. And I think this is the first appearance of, I don't know if his name is Midnight Man or something like that, but that's his first appearance, whoever's playing Moon Knight on that cover. Moon Knight #4, 6, love these covers. 8, that cover is really cool with the red. And #12, the first appearance of Morpheus. I think he might be a Doctor Strange villain. Also, number 13, cool Daredevil crossover. Number 21, another cool cover, very horror-like. Also number 23, beautiful cover on that one. And this is my favorite cover of the entire series, number 24. Just a fantastic looking cover with the red. Beautiful. And number 35, another filler. And number 36, Doctor Strange crossover. That's a cool cover as well. So now let's get back to the books from the shop. So I made 2 visits. And unlike that last portion of books I showed, these were all not $1 a piece. I think the next like 20 books you're gonna see I got for $49, so about $50 total. So here's just a random Moon Knight book that I just wanted just because I think that was 50 cents. But here is Uncanny X-Men #244, first appearance of Jubilee. Uncanny X-Men 248, the first Jim Lee art on the X-Men series. And here's Uncanny X-Men 221, and just like with the X Factor 24, I didn't get 1, I didn't get 2, didn't get 3, but I got 4 copies of that book, first appearance of Mr. Sinister. Love this book because since I've started to read into X-Men, Mr. Sinister is probably my favorite X-Men villain along with Magneto. And I like the movies, but if you think about it, it's kind of ludicrous that in the span of 16 years, they haven't Mr. Sinister hasn't even popped up. For Wolverine, Sabretooth has only popped up in like 1 movie, then like a little small role in another, and they haven't even used Omega Red yet. So I just want to see this character brought to the screen because I think he could be one of the better villains in the X-Men movies. And I think 2 of these copies are like 9.6s, one's like a 9.2, and then one's like a beater because of moisture damage. But I just grabbed them all, and I think they were $2 a piece, and I'm very happy to get those. Honestly, I don't think I'm going to flip them. I might sell 1, but I just want a few of those just because, you know, cool character, cool book. Uncanny X-Men 212, first Sabretooth and Wolverine fight. X-Men 205, just to love that cover. I don't know if he's like in the Weapon X program, but that kind of looks like what's going on right there. Here's X-Men Annual 14, the first appearance of Gambit. Classic X-Men #1. Beautiful cover on that. Love the whites on that one. Here's X-Force 11. I have a feeling this was a key issue, so I just grabbed it, but I don't believe it is, but it's just cool nonetheless. Here is New X-Men 129, the first cover appearance of Phantom X and his second appearance overall. Silicon first appearance, but yeah, he's a really badass character. I read him in the Uncanny X-Force run, which was really badass and what kind of got me into X-Men. So next, there's only a few more books that I got from that $50 trip. Here's Alpha Flight #1. Here's 2 copies of Marvel .1 #1. First full appearance of Kamala Khan. So that's my 3rd copy. Very cool character. She kind of reminds me of Spider-Man in a few ways. And I think this book might pick up some steam soon. And lastly, Legends #1. First appearance of Amanda Waller. I don't really get the book for it being Amanda Waller's first appearance, but I'm more got it because I really like the cover with Darkseid and all the heroes fighting, and then I also love the purple backdrop. Next, we're gonna go through some books that I bought online. First one is Marvel Fanfare #30. I'm a real sucker for painted covers because they look like art, which is awesome. So that's why I got that one. Beautiful cover. I absolutely love it with the blues, those deep greens. It's an amazing cover, especially in person. My next book is Vengeance of the Moon Knight #10, the second printing variant. Just him in his black costume, which I thought was really cool. And the next book I'm going to show is actually from an online purchase from a fellow Instagrammer, and that would be Omega. I kind of forget the order of the numbers at the end of his name, but yeah, he hooked me up with a great deal. This book is going upwards of like $100. I think it goes for around $100, and he gave me for about a quarter of that, which is awesome. And so here's the Flash 138, which right now people say it's the first appearance of Black Flash, but I also am showing this next book for a reason. This was on that same deal with Omega, but I got this online. This is Flash #141. Now, what I want to talk about is in 138, which online everyone's saying it's the first appearance of Black Flash. It's the money book. It's a book going up in price a crap ton. But the thing with this book is Black Flash is only in a very small amount of the book. At the very end, I think Flash is, because I looked inside of it, because I bought the book thinking that it was his first full appearance, when in actuality, Flash is just having his arm around a kid while they're taking a photo, and just behind the Flash, there's like kind of like a mirage kind of image of the Black Flash. And then in 139, Black Flash doesn't show up. And 140, he's in a full page, just one full page though. But the only book that he's actually in multiple pages is in Flash 141. As you guys can see, this has an amazing cover. It's so simplistic, so nice. So right now, the market seems to be going towards 138 as his first appearance. But in my opinion, 141 is the book to go for, just because he actually appears in more than one page. So like I said, the money book, he only appears in for like a small image, doesn't appear in the next issue, then he appears in a full page, and then he has his first appearance in 141. Here is Moon Knight #26, beautiful Del Auto cover. Here's a book that I was super happy to get. Here's Secret Avengers #2. This is the 175 variant. Beautiful cover with Moon Knight looking so freaking badass. I got this off IG Comic Store. That's his actual username on Instagram. And yeah, he gave me a good deal. Beautiful book. I think I'm gonna get this graded and pressed. And he also threw in some cool freebies with Moon Knight #7 and Moon Knight #8. Very cool covers. I think these are Civil War tie-ins, which is really cool. Next book is Moon Knight Saga. Just a cool book, kind of highlighting the history of Moon Knight. It shows some of his key issues in there and like costume updates and villains, which is really cool. And next are some of the series, a series that I've been enjoying. Moon Knight #3, 2, and the Bazinga Comics 1 variant. Liking this series so far. I think the newest issue comes out, well, the day this video goes up, it will be the day that the new issue drops. But I'm enjoying the series so far. I think this is going to be the series that kind of opens more people's eyes up to Moon Knight. And because to like some people that don't read a lot of Moon Knight, they might think he's a Batman ripoff, which isn't the case at all. But yeah, I hope that this series continues to be strong because it is so far. Enjoying that series a lot. Okay, so here is Superman Man of Steel number 37, a book that I never see shown. And the cool thing about this book is, as you can see, there's Superman and he's being encircled by different iterations of Batman. You can see the animated series, there's Frank Miller's Dark Knight Returns, there's Bob Kane's, there's Bill Fingers, there's Neil Adams. So there's all different kinds of Batmans, which is really cool. And this also, as you look, you notice right there, DC Universe variant, and that's the harder version of the book to find. Next book, this is Uncanny X-Men 139, and a fellow Instagrammer, Alipio or Leaf, knew that I was looking for some X-Men keys, so he was gracious enough to send this in the mail to me. And honestly, I'm just so grateful that he was gracious enough to do this because I was looking for some X-Men keys, and the guy wouldn't even let me pay for shipping. He covered everything, which is so nice of him. And I don't know if he watches YouTube videos, but if you are, thank you so much, buddy. It means a lot. And Comic Karma is gonna be coming your way soon. So yeah, thanks again, buddy. And I don't know if I noticed this, but I don't know if I noticed. I don't know if I noted this, but this is the first appearance of the brown Wolverine suit. Okay, so here's a few books I got them from online. X-Men 104, first. I think this is an underrated book. Beautiful cover, first of all. It's also an X-Men one cover swipe, and more importantly, it is the first fight between the new X-Men and Magneto, and I think that's really cool. Really love that book. Next book, X-Men number 107, first appearance of the Starjammers and Gladiator. Uh, Very cool book, very cool group, and Gladiator is really underrated too as well. Uncanny X-Men 121, first full appearance of Alpha Flight. Absolutely love that cover. Looks so sweet with the Uncanny X-Men red text just stands out. That's really cool. And here's a few books that I got them from online. So here, as you can see, this is my double of X-Men number 4, and I actually got this before the other one. And this is the higher grade one, but first appearance of Omega Red. Here's a second appearance and first cover appearance. And I absolutely love that cover. One of my favorite covers in all of comics. I just absolutely love that one. That is, here, I'm gonna let that sit for a second. That looks just amazing. Just admire that for a sec. Absolutely beautiful cover. And I found this in like a random shoebox of comics I had from just it's basically a crap box, but I found this in there and I like the cover, so I got it out and put it in the Mylar. Okay, so we're down to the two last books. First book is Werewolf by Night number 32, first appearance of Moon Knight. And this is my upgraded copy. The story with this is I was on Comic Book Price Guide, and a guy listed a 6.5 for 150. Now, as you guys can see, it's not a 6.5. And honestly, even though I was like hopeful that it was gonna be listed, like it was gonna come as listed, I knew that there's a slim chance because a graded 6.5 I think sold for about 450. So I would be buying the book for about a third of the price, which just doesn't seem that realistic, honestly. And I received the book in the mail, and right now it's probably like a 4.5 maybe. It's kind of hard to tell because I don't really know how much this affects, because otherwise the book is beautiful. It's just that whatever this thing is called just kind of messes everything up. But yeah, I'm gonna have it pressed and graded. And even though it's not a 6.5, if it comes back a 5.0, I'll be very happy, because my other copy was like a 2.0. Like, it was not a very good looking copy, and if you put them side to side, you can tell that this one's a hell of a lot better copy. But I'm happy to get this one. I was expecting it to be higher grade, but for even at 150, it's still a good deal, for what this grade goes for in price. The next book, I'm doing pretty good on time. I had a humongous stack of books to show, and I think I went through it pretty well, pretty fast. Here is Moon Knight #1, the 175 Bill Sandwick's cover. Absolutely love this book. This is probably like my third or fourth favorite book in my collection because, first of all, that cover is absolutely amazing, and the book is extremely hard to find. I've been looking for it for maybe 2 years, and according to Comicron or whatever that website's called, um, there is no more than 775 copies in existence, and no more than I think it was 14 that are currently in the census, the CGC census. So as you can see, it's a very tough book to find. Beautiful cover, and this book, around the time I got it for what it was going for, and then about a week later, the book jumped $60, about $50, $60. So that's really crazy, and I'm just glad that I was gonna snag this thing. That I snagged this thing when I did, and I'm gonna send it in to get graded. The only thing that kind of like breaks my heart is right here. There's a little defect, and it'll probably come back a 9.6, which isn't the best honestly because with the book from what is this 2014, to have it in a 9.6 isn't the best, but at the same time it's a super tough book to find, and I'm just happy to have it honestly. So yeah, that concludes my haul. Thank you all for watching. If I've fallen behind on any of your guys' videos, I apologize. I kind of forget to check YouTube because lately I've been getting my comic fix on Instagram, to be honest. And to plug myself, that sounded wrong, but if you go to my Instagram page, which is _MantaComics_, I have some books for sale currently, and I'm trying to work my way up to getting some books graded and getting a big key soon. So if you guys have some money to spend or whatever, go to my page, and if there's something that you like, just shoot me a message and we'll work something out. So yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you guys have a great day, and see ya.